My name is Michael Dylan Gerik, and I've been saved. 5 years ago, I would have never thought I would have ever been at this point in my life. I was pretty much a hardcore atheist, and I didn't believe that Christianity was even a possible thing. I laughed at people. Why would they believe in such a concept? And most of it probably came from my past. I was raised in the church, and I just never really fit in there. It felt very kind of orthodox. It was very legalistic. As much as I would try to fit in, I never quite got there. The people felt very judgmental, and I'd be reprimanded, I'd be called stupid, I'd be forced to learn prayers, and it was something forced upon me, and when you're growing up, you just don't really connect to that very well. I had a lot of pain inside of me, and a lot of it I felt I couldn't go to anybody because there just wasn't anywhere to go. And a lot of that it led to me, trying to be this person that could be great without God and grow and help people, just really start to fall apart myself. In regards to sin, there's a lot of it in everybody's life. My big thing was sex. My family liked to push it on me as saying this was the thing you do when you're cool, the American masculinity, and to be a man you do these certain things, which resulted in I lost my virginity at a very early age. It didn't feel like something it was supposed to be special. It just felt like something I was supposed to do to be accepted. I fell into that for a long time, and I almost even depended on it to where it was a point where it was meaningless, and it completely destroyed everything about that. I ended up trying to impress anybody any way I could to find this acceptance. I'm taking what's holy about me and destroying it just for the sake of being accepted by somebody. This would lead me to a pretty bad pot addiction. People will typically tell you, it's a cliched statement, that pot's not addictive, but anything done in excess can lead to a psychological attachment. I let my life completely spiral down the drain into nothingness. I did nothing for about 2 years of my life, just saying that this was the thing that was going to help me. I was wanting to just harm myself. All my thoughts were to wanting to die because I felt that I was better off not existing and it would benefit the world. What have I actually contributed? I'm sitting here doing nothing. No matter if therapy, no matter if anything could really save me. The only thing that really got me out of it was somebody knocking on my door one day, and it was the person that eventually led me to Jesus. I was sitting at a pool, we were filming a short film. I struck up a conversation with a guy who was having a really rough day. He was probably one of the most strong believers I've ever met in my life. I just struck a question about what is God to him. I had no idea what it was to me, and I had no idea I'd actually meet him again that night. I indulged in his idea even though I was a little skeptical about it being this thing of where I could connect to him. We tried praying together. We held hands, which in American culture is kind of weird when you're just holding hands with another man. Just kind of bowed our heads and I listened to what he had to say. Something inside me felt different. It was this kind of trembling feeling, like there was something rumbling inside me, even awakening, I guess you could say. I'd never felt like that in my life before, but somehow I knew what it was. It was God finally speaking to me. I really don't know what I'd do without him now. Even in times where I'm having issues with my fiance or just struggles in normal life, I can just kind of try to get away from it and I can pray and I get this inner peace. Sometimes it's not instant, but I don't think it's meant to be instant. Jesus dying 2,000 years ago, if he was anything other than the Son of God, is absolutely crazy. He was betrayed by one of his best friends and got him sent onto a cross and murdered. And he did it just without thinking a second thought or throwing a slanderous word or even just being upset at him. It's like he knew it was going to happen. Jesus does amazing things for everybody. And I think the most beautiful thing is it doesn't matter what you've done wrong or where you were in the past. He looks forward. He looks to where you can become. And he accepts people with open arms. He accepts them with grace. He forgives them because he knows we're only mortal and we are all going to mess up at least once in our lives. The way I was told what baptism is this is a symbol that kind of represents getting away from your old life and coming into your new one, walking with Christ. I'm Michael Dylan Gerik, and I'm a follower of Christ.